Okay, what we got here today, guys, is our solid wood slabs. These particular slabs are redwood, and this is what they look like when they're in raw form after they ran through the mill. You can see the saw marks on the actual material. The bark and wormholes are still on the side of the material. You got your sapwood, and then you get into the darker wood, and then you got resin. When it gets in the kiln, some of the resin will come to the surface and have little dots of resin there. Down here you can see some discoloration. You know, they're just a real organic rough form right now. All the cracks are in it. This slab is beautiful. It's a big wide slab. This is over 40 inches wide. That's very hard to find. This is the same tree. It was just cut together. We really liked both of these pieces. We actually hand select every piece that will turn into a table. We really like the character of these two pieces, and they were actually very flat for how wide they are. And what we do is we'll come through here and we'll fill all these cracks with a very strong epoxy resin. And that epoxy resin, it's made for wood and stone and to do seams and hold things together permanently. So you can see how open these are. We actually like these. I'll show you what it looks like on this one that's finished. You can see this was a very wide crack here, and we fill those. We fill any little imperfection in the wood before we start our process, and it actually adds a lot of character. If you come down here, you can see this one. I really like how this one came out, but we just fill all that, and this that resin is so strong you could actually clamp these, use it, and it will not release back. It permanently holds it there. We filled some right here around this knot. There was a hole right here in the surface that we fill, so you can see how natural that looks. We could actually fill that with any color, but on a natural look, we like to keep it where it looks just like part of the wood. So this slab, what we'll do is we'll come through, we'll fill it, then we'll set it on our table and we'll level it. We have a jig that we've made that we go through and we level the entire surface of the tabletop. So that's where we're going to start. But I wanted to show you what they look like before we start stripping bark and what we actually turn them into. So stay tuned and we'll go through the whole process.